We haven't started any content anyway, so it's fine that I didn't go live straight away. Right, so we're trying with a new screen. I was trying to sort out a toggle thing, but it didn't work, so I'll just have to do the toggle myself. I don't want random quests from you yet. Right, so in fact, I'm just going to dump 8,000 of these, just so I can move around better. And also, I'm going to do what I was planning. So for now, just whilst I wait for people to come into the stream, I'm just going to do some merchant. Like, I'll get rid of the text for now. Could put that above my head. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that bit. I forgot to tuck my mouse. Let's put that there. That's fine. I know, mister. I think I've only got wine at the moment. Yeah, so we'll do some grinding whilst I wait for people to join in, and then once there's a few people, I'll start doing the enhancing. Yeah, I've got something. Is he done? The kid's ruining the kitchen. I'm so used to going this way now. Keep forgetting I changed my route. I activated my buffs. I was thinking actually I could do some of my Black Shrine, but I've already run into, like, put my loot buffs on, so it's not worth it. I think I could do it on my ult, but it's not worth it. Need at least 130 stack as well for trying to get Fallen God. Oh, another thing that I need to make you guys aware of is I have now made like fixed my sound alerts. The sound alerts are back. And get this merchant ring piece today. I'm not actually bothered about the merchant ring piece. I'm after these jewels of imperfect power because I realised how nice getting 200 is. Because 200, you get the full cup. You don't need all the extras. Whereas if you are like one short, you can get all but one of the like extra pieces to make it, but then you still need your massive pure magic and all the other parts, basically. So it's much better to try and get 200 cups. That being said, though, I just said 200 cups, didn't I? 200 of the event item to get a cup directly. That being said, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I've got 145, and basically tomorrow to get another 55. Well, that is one way of making sure that I get them. That's the thing. Ideally, I should be able to get a good 10 to this stream, because I'll do about an hour's grind. I'll do half an hour now before going into the enhancing, and then we'll do another half an hour afterwards. Basically, we'll do this, do all our enhancing, then get back to the grind. I just figured if I do a half an hour grind... Oh, Jesus, there we go. I did say that I was aiming for getting another 55 of them. It's got 4 in a row. Like, literally back to back. That's the thing, I don't get to grind as much as a lot of people, mainly because I have other things. That's the way I'll put it. I need to move this text. It needs to be up a little bit more, but I think it's a better place to put it. Keeps it away from the little bit on the screen. Know what I'm thinking? I'm not saying it. Keeps away from the... On YouTube, basically, there's a little marker that's in the way. Oh, yes. Perfect. Out of the way. Come on, let me activate it. Oh, if I didn't activate that there, I would have been so annoyed. This should get me another 3 flowers. Event jewels. Usually I get about 3 per group like this. Spam kill everything, basically. I actually expected to be getting more from this group. Usually I've got at least 1 jewel by now. These have literally just been giving me trash. Well, I think I've got a couple of Kafras. Yeah, see, a couple of Kafras. Of course we get all the mutant flowers as well, which is good. I just sell my mutant flowers and buy the thing from the other island across the bay. Queer Island, I believe it's called. There we go, 1 module. I'm actually looking forward to going back, over to Sakraya, because it's open enough area to use my archer. So I can be grinding with my archer. So it'd be nice to go back to Archer after the amount of time that it's going to take to get this merchant ring from here. I mean, my Archer might be alright here now. I'm up to like 300 and... I want to say 360 DP. I'll double check after this group. 368. Yeah, so my Archer might actually be okay here now. I've started keeping track of my grind hours as well, because I've never really done it before ever in this game, but I've started using Garmoth to keep an eye on like how many hours I actually spend here. I know I've already spent like a good 20 hours before starting to log it, but still. Another event jewel. This is actually an amazing hour for these event jewels. Like, I was starting to doubt I wasn't going to get the 200 needed to get at least one cup. But if it keeps going like this, I'll smash it. Just check after this group, because I'm actually curious how many I've got in the first 11 minutes now. Got 6 in 11 minutes. Why couldn't all my hours be like this? Like, I swear I've had hours where I only get 6. So I suppose technically all my hours have been like this the last 11 minutes. For jewels wise, not for actual loot. I typically get like 2 ocean rings and 1 ethereal earring. Like, my ocean ring look seems to be better than the look for sorry, just hearing noises in the background. Yeah, the look for ocean haze seems to be higher than the look for ethereal earring, which is so weird. I'm messing up all my combos right now, which is quite funny considering how easy this character is to play. That bad, eh? What, he's putting his paws on the food? Well. Yeah, I can see why I wouldn't put them up for adoption. Poor things. Okay. Yeah. Half each. It is really funny. I don't even mind if I don't get any more jewels for a while, because like I got more in this 10, like last, well, yeah, the first 10 minutes I should say, than most of my hours. Even if I don't get any drops of any significance, I'm not bothered. I'm just trying to get the freebie, basically. That's the way I see it. It's an extra freebie. Like, I think, is it Heidelin or Velian? I think it's Velian, the normal chat that you put in straight away, like the group chat. People are so savage in there, it's not even funny. Just reading it whilst I'm grinding. Blue coral ring, I'll take it. It's always a bonus. I will deactivate that now that there's buffs have happened. I think I'm only on 298.5. Okay, so why is it 298 now? It was 295 before. I honestly don't understand. It just seems to get... Oh, it's nighttime. That's why. Although I thought I gave you more than 5%, but hey. I guess it is only 5% you get from nighttime. This spot's actually really good with Agris, like, for me anyway. I've been getting about 1 billion per hour with, like, the drops and the Agris for the loot. For the, yeah, trash loot. Like, even without the Agris though, it doesn't drop off that much. But mind, I was carried, to be fair. Like, my last hour today, I ran out of Agris during the hour. But I'm pretty sure it was, like, nearer the beginning of the hour that it ran out. I still made just over 1 billion. But I did get 2 ocean ring pieces, which kind of carried it. Ocean rings, not pieces. Which kind of carried that number up. I didn't get that drunk treasure, and he de-aggroed. Oh, I was watching Carl's stream earlier, and I didn't realise just how bad, like, the changes have made griefing. Like, now, because you can't, like, feed to mobs, and, like, you basically get a penalty for one-sided combat. People can just grind over you and you can't do anything about it. Like, legit, he was just grinding over the top of people just to prove a point. Like, there's literally nothing they can do. They can flag up an attack, but then they lose karma. And, like, if they keep doing it, because if you're just not going to give up, you're just going to keep grinding over them. As long as you do more than 50% of the damage, you get the loot. So as long as you've got a better gear score, there we go. One more Ocean Haze ring. That was in my first 20 minutes. I'll take it. Hopefully it means I'll get another one. Say I'll take it as if like it's below average. But it's actually really good for me. But the jewel dropped off. Yeah, the jewels have dropped off, so that's not so bad. I'll get into the enhancing in a moment as well. 10 more minutes. But it will literally be like 10 more minutes. As soon as these buffs run out, I'll change off this character completely. Usually I do the end of the rotation, but just change wherever I'm stood. Because I can do that now. I'm like much higher DP than the area needs, so I don't need to worry about getting killed. Like honestly, these guys seem to barely damage me now. I am looking forward to getting my third piece of Fallen God, or whatever it's called, like the actual. I'm going after Aitor's shoes next, I think. It's going to be my next choice of things to go after anyway. So the shoes are Dan's gloves. I know Dan's gloves technically came out beforehand, but just out of the two, I feel like the shoes are a better choice. I feel like my health is actually like much better now as well. I've actually got 5,000 health. Oh yes. Kill all these and then go for it. Let me activate. See, I don't nearly die when I do that now as well. Like, I need all of these attacking me to even get me down to half health. That's impressive. How much tankier I've become now. I know I'm on a tanky class anyway, but beforehand it was almost dying. So definitely worth getting the Fallen God set. I know I'm not full set yet, but you know. It's definitely worth focusing on that rather than AP. Not that I've ignored the AP, to be fair. I'm still trying to get my second Black Star. Then I'll start working on. Well, yeah. So basically, long story short, I'm going to be doing a few things. So I'm going to continue focusing on trying to get the full set of Fallen God armor. And then after that, all my Kaphras will go into my K'tum, and then I will try and get my main hand to pen Black Star, and then after I've got main hand Black Star, I will go to my Black Distortion earring, because that's going to be my next focus after that. Black Disto. I do need to go after Kaboo artifacts, but Pen Disto is going to be my first focus. Then after that, it's going to be Pen Debos. I think I'll probably go after the belt first. It's going to be the pain, but we'll go after Distos. That's the one that's more important. Distos. Oh, another jewel. Oh, I did say I'll change exactly at 30 minutes, but if another flower event happens, I guess I'll have to go over, but I shouldn't do. Seems to have at least a 10-minute cooldown. At least I've never had them back to back. I honestly thought like streaming doing this first in a bunch of places, and it's telling me that it would overwrite what's below it. I'm confused, and it's trying to. Have you got the version 2? Because in version 2 I've fixed that bit, but there's still a lot of broken parts because Warflash's API, like the actual API where you get the prices, is currently broken. So there's nothing I can actually do about that part. I am looking for using a different API, but most of the API like that people use Warflashes. They just make it look prettier and more convenient. So it's a case of it's not on my end, unfortunately. It's actually Warflashes. One thing that has been done to fix it in the past is to refresh the prices sheet by changing its server and then changing back, but it doesn't seem to have fixed it this time. So unfortunately it's something you're just going to have to try and stick with. But if you make sure you get the latest version, version 2, it's only half of the information that's broken is broken rather than all the information. So I'm pretty sure most of it's broken without the fix that I did. But you can at least get half of the information if you get version 2. I do need to do an update just to let everyone know that it is broken. I'm aware of it. I might just put it on the actual calculator, or I'll do it after the stream. Unfortunately, it's literally, there's nothing I can do about it. It's the actual API for prices that's broken. Yeah, and it's a weird one. So it looks fine, but if you search for items that say NA, they literally aren't there. If you search for items where it's saying ref, I think, where it's saying like it's trying to overwrite what's below it, that item's listed like twice in the prices sheet. So it's trying to get the price of more than one version of it, which is what's breaking it. So what's happened with the marketplace AI is instead of listing, for example, basilisks and centaurs, we'll use them. I mean, I don't think it's correct, but this is just an example. So if it says it's trying to use 2 of basilisks and it can't find centaurs at all, basically, rather than saying basilisks and centaurs on the spreadsheet, on the API, sorry, it's doing basilisks and basilisks. So it's listing one twice and not listing the other at all. But as I said in my latest guide video last week, or over the weekend, it is a case of Warflash is aware of it, so ideally it will be fixed. I just can't give it a timescale, unfortunately. 3 minutes and we'll get into the enhancing. I mean, it would be nice if we just got one directly from... I mean, I'm assuming there is one directly from BDO, hence what Warflash is using. But yeah, I mean, I need to have a word with Warflash so I can set up my own kind of one, just so that I can... Well, I say Warflash Summit. I'm going to go into the live skilling Discord dev chat and try and discuss with them, like, how can I set up my own one so that I don't have to wait for Warflash to fix his, but that's going to be a lot of time and effort of learning something new, so I can't say that it'll be like I'll be able to do it within a week or something. It's just a case of I will look into it, so if things like this happen again, I would be able to do my own and fix it. But it would be nice if they just had the like actual their own API that was just live, because then we wouldn't have any issues with it breaking, because it would literally be their own market API. So if that broke, we'd have issues with the actual central mark. But yeah, I literally do not have any advice on... Unfortunately, it is kind of just eyeballing it at the moment. Nice, 2 rings in half an hour. This is a carried hour for RNG. Just kill these few and then I can actually stand up here. How many of these have I got up to? 153. Nice, okay. We will change back over to my farm character. And then I can't wait for the life skill update because this can become my enhancing character completely. And a different character can do the farming. Because it'll all be linked, like, mastery-wise. Because at the moment, no other character can touch my farms because I'm using the small farms. I know it only takes like a day to level them up. Right, I can also fix this now. Been bugging me the whole time I've been grinding. Can I have my cursor back? Why does it keep locking in? I don't want it to lock. I want it to be like there. I'm happy with that. And then I will also turn this on. Central market. Manage warehouse. Right, so we'll start with 16 of these. Can I get... I'll just do 32 at a time for now. Just because I know they'll fit. 16. 16. I could have probably got another 16 of each. Yeah, I could. Okay. Do I have another one that's 16? I do. 16. Hey Toto, how are you doing? Yeah, so I can do 3 lots of 16. Oh, I've just noticed something. I still need to move that down. Can I have the text? There we go. Just being OCD. But yeah, I've changed it to this view just so that it's more like this, which I feel like is better. In fact, I might just move it. Like, can you please? I'm just going to move it slightly. I'm just adjusting it because I'm just trying to make it a bit more refined, you see. There we go. I'm happy with that way that is. I've got plenty of 110 stacks this time. I'm doing well today and hoping to make plenty of cash. Say cash, silver. I also have massively increased my gear score. Got 2 of the Fallen Gods. I say Fallen Gods, obviously Fallen God and Nebraska. The Slumbering Origins. There we go. 2 Slumbering Origin pieces this week. So boosted up my defense massively. Just realised you can't see my defense because of the version. Oh, there we go. Just a 368 defense. Still hoping on the pen tap for my Black Star, but I do have it there ready to tap after we've done all the other accessories. Okay, so that's where it's going to put it. So I'll just quickly move that down then. About there. There we go. That should be all right from now on. Really has been big gains this week. Really happy with my progress. Don't want to be using those. I want to be using Advice of Valks 36. And let's skip these. That's the thing, like, I've not made much progress. Hey, Jay. And hello, Mary. I'm happy that these are coming back because that was a rough start. Like 4 failures in a row, but then 4 successes in a row, so it made it back up straight away. Hey Greg, a little bit more and gonna bang out a bunch of 100 stacks next week. I mean, 100 stacks are honestly easy to push out. They do cost like 1 billion each on average, so that's something you've got to be aware of. But the more you make, the less that 1 billion seems. Ooh, thanks for the catch, game. Need to stop doing that. I do that way too often. Oh, 1 below. Oh, come on, what's going on, game? Please. That's 5 and 6, 7, 8. 8 failures in a row. It's not even a joke. And how is it keeping going? What? Thought I was gonna have another like group. I mean, good luck with your 100 stacks, but yeah, I mean that was painful. But I would love to have 100 fails in a row. It would be the best content ever and prove that there's an issue with the RNG system. But I would not like it as well because that would also bankrupt me. Man, technically I've already had 100 times fails, just not in a row. Well, that's the thing as well. Like, now, my enhancing for profit isn't so bad. Like, if I make a big loss with enhancing, it's really not so bad because I can be in the higher end grind spots now that I'm at 368 DP. Like, I could probably go sit at Giffins or Gyfins, however you want to say it. I mean, I haven't tried yet, but I think I would be able to survive. But I'm doing Merchant Ring first, and then I'll look at other places where I'll go. I mean, I'm tempted to see if I can push. The thing is, to be fair, where I'm at now is really high. Yeah, where I'm at now is like 1 billion an hour, which is pretty good. But then I don't get much grinding in. So Salt treats the additional enhancement chance as if it doesn't exist when he's tapping. So like 40 stack would be a 45 and 44 stack would be 49. What makes you use it as part of your stack? Makes it much cheaper. Honestly, like, I get the idea behind ignoring it, but I disagree. Like, the only time that I ignore the +4 is for using Origins, because obviously you can't. Attack when issues. So I have not enhanced the Ocean Ring because I decided, as much as it looks profitable, I'm not going to bother. Now, I know that sounds weird, but basically what I've been doing to progress my gear so quickly is basically selling the Ocean Rings to buy Caphras. So just putting those Ocean Haze rings on the market, yes, I could have made more profit enhancing them, but I can actually like get my gear up quicker just selling it straight away. Manage for house. How are we doing for this? 7. Yeah, this was awful. We'll ignore this. Jana lemon. Okay. But yeah, so back to the thing with, because yes, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Salt's doing anything wrong by doing that. It's personal choice. It's a case of if you do enhance the, I mean, that's still 8 there. That is quite low, 5, but we can't do anything about that. There's nothing else that's 16, so we'll just do 32 of these. Like, for me, I like hitting at soft cap. Also, it's technically less stressful, right? So let's say you're going for a 40 stack. Hang on, I'll show exact. There's an exact thing that's perfect for it on my enhancement calculator. So I just realised this is going to be a bit awkward. It's a bit zoomed in. So this is the exact reason why. Yeah, because of the zoom in, I can't. Hang on, fail stack. So if I just use it to get to a 40 stack, it costs 30 million for a 40 stack. But let's say if we were ignoring it, something's happened here. What has gone on? I didn't realize this was a thing. I'm just going to put these back to numbers. I'm not sure. I think when I copied and pasted it broke everything. That is something I did not realize. But yeah, so this is what I use as a duo stack. This is what he uses as a duo stack. Evening Elster. So Salt's duo stack, price stack, sorry. Oh no, yeah, duo stack. I confused myself. His duo stack is a 44 stack. Mine's a 40 stack. So mine, it takes 2.37 times to make. Cost me 30.76 million per one. His takes 4.3 times to make. I mean, he might not make it like this, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, if I was to do it the way that he was doing, so ignoring my +4 in my actual stack, it would cost almost double, 59 million. So to me, it makes more sense for me to use it as part of the stack, make it cheaper, rather than having that little bit higher success chance. I'll just fix those numbers on all of these as well. I'm not sure at what point that broke. I didn't notice it before, but we don't want this bug persisting on the spreadsheet, so bear with me. There we go. That's everything fixed on there, and I'll minimize that for now, and this should be on Twitch. My Twitch chat's actually quiet today. But yeah, how are you, Elster? So yeah, I think that kind of covered the whole why I don't use, or why I do use the plus as part of the thing, because it basically brings down the prices. I would rather have half the price than a little bit of higher percentage. I'm done with enhancing. You've had a bad enhancing session, I'm assuming. Nothing new. I feel like I did everything math-wise. Oh, so you just like done with it because there's nothing new, it's stagnant, you've managed to do all the maths behind it. I mean, that's fair. I mean, to be fair as well, do something else. That's completely fine. Like, enhancing is basically stagnant content, to be honest. It would be nice for it to progress and them change it around a bit, but I don't see them doing that. Do you think I should cron disto? The drop the price, I don't know if I should. So it's your own opinion. If it's for yourself, by all means, it makes sense to cron it. But if it's to sell, I don't think it's worth it still. That's fair, Elster. I mean, I'm not going to do enhancing for profit forever, to be honest. The only enhancing I'm going to be doing after I've like got my gear score up is going to be pushing for like the Pen Fallen God and stuff like that. No, I mean that's fair. Although you do say the maths wouldn't change, but I want them to do something where it does change the maths. Like I want a drastic change to the system, to be honest. I think it would be great. Like, but then I don't think they'd ever do it. To be fair, like, well, there will be a drastic change. To be fair, I say a drastic change. There is going to be a change. That's a better way of putting it, because they're going to be like combining all the items. I know I accidentally just moved that a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Pretty much past the point I wanted to go with. I mean, that's fair. If you're done with it like that, like, I don't blame you. Like, it is literally just a means to an end anyway. I'm not going to be like Salt and Biohack. I'm not going to be like sat there with a trillion silver with nothing to do with it. I'm literally just doing it to boost my gear up and boost my life skill gear up. And like, I wouldn't tell anyone to do it past the point where they actually have the like willpower to do. I mean, that is part of it for me anyway, as well, the math. So I do understand where you're coming from. But once you understand the math, it does get a bit more boring. But then you do always have situations like this, which will always make it fun. Like, just keep going for those fail streaks. Thought I was going to have an 8 fail streak, but maybe I'm going to have a 4 fail streak, then an 8 fail streak. The accessory calculator was a fun project, but after that, there isn't really much. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you get that with most games, though. Like, you figure out like a way to like work out a system to make it work for you, and then once you've like got it fully worked out, then what is there? It's like my enhancement profit calculator. Honestly, is at a point where it really doesn't need anything adding to it. Oh, this is rough. I'm actually curious about this fun function that you made. Like, one thing that I can say about enhancing, though, as it has really strengthened my capabilities with Google Documents. Yeah, no, that's fair. Send it over in Discord. I'll check it after the stream. I really am having bad luck with my duos today. Bloody hell. 10 out of 32. So I've got 20, 28, 20, 28. And that'll be it for duos, and I'll start on doing tries of German, and it's really slow. That's fine. I mean, I have a project that I'm gonna have to start working on anyway, with like learning how to do the API, because with Warflash's API breaking, I know he's like the main person for the API, but I can't just sit around and if this is gonna get up to 50 stack, I'm not even gonna. Thank you. That was a mick take. Why am I getting so many failures? This is a 50% chance, right? I could understand if I wasn't putting my stacks in, but my stacks are there. Today is a cursed day. really is a curse day. Wow. I like saying like things like that because if I'm really negative, the game does seem to start turning it around. At least that's my logic. I'm not saying it's great logic, but it is logic. Should get 24 this time, hopefully. Right. But what's the current thing with the enhancing calculator I plan on making is the following. I don't know how much I want to automate it. The idea is that you never have to adjust any of the formulas. I mean, that would be great. I mean, there was the whole thing that we'd mentioned about making it so that it could work out the cheapest way to build your fail stack for you. That's definitely something I'd be interested in. I mean, there is a tool like that, but its maths seems to be flawed. Oh, what do people think about the new idea for basically making it easier to see what's going on the enhancing, just having a bigger area just focusing on enhancing? It was actually an idea that my wife came up with, and I thought actually that makes sense. You see, I was tempted to reach out to the creator of. Hang on, I'll just find the tool. Can't use search. The search is broken right now. I mentioned it before. I feel like is it an E? I'm not even going to find it, am I? I'll have to look it up and I'll let you know because there is a feat, something that someone's made, which basically they have built a thing that works out the cheapest way for you to make your fail stack, but they haven't got it right. It adds in the automatic ones. Yeah, no, it wouldn't work with Excel. Anyway, I'll carry on doing this. And I'll make sure to look it up, the one that's like already there, just it has its issues. Well, yeah, it's true. But it literally works out the cheapest system for it, but it doesn't have the balancing as well. Just keep failing, just keep failing, just keep succeeding, preferably. I mean, I don't even know why I have such big fail streaks today. It's making me dread getting up to the tech clicks, to be honest. Not even funny. Manage warehouse. 20. Literally, I was only 4 below. I think that's everything. Oh, no, hang on. I was going to say, I think... Why do I always forget my cadres? I mean, the whole balancing thing was the one idea that made my whole fail stack designer work. Yeah, I mean, the balancing is, like, literally legit the only thing that matters with fail stacks. Like, to get the true value. I was assuming it was going to go on a big fail streak, and then it didn't. I know I clicked on the wrong one, but I suppose it's going to fail. I was going to say it's going to succeed, but it failed before I got to the word succeed. No, I mean, honestly, the balancing is a lifesaver, especially doing it in the spreadsheet so you can see how you're balancing it yourself. and then just making it. I mean, I made it super lazy though, the way that I did it. So like, it is literally just a case of all my balancing happens in the 110 stack, rather than having to do a set amount of duo and tri stacks. I can literally just focus on making my tets. I pressed apply. Thank you, game. Should just do it that way, then I won't have the issue of worrying about whether I press apply or not. But I suppose, yeah, it's when I do it like that. Right, I've actually had a success streak is what I was trying to say there. Have my cadres actually pulled back my duo lock? I think they may have, you know. It's one blow on that one blow on that one, two above. So it's at average. It's not actually pulled back the losses that I made, but at least this one's not below. Well, that's the thing. Like before your balancing thing, else, I actually basically the way I did my maths is I figured I would use the other tiers to get back up for a different fail stack anyway, so I just didn't include the price. But it's like worth looking at it in the way that, well, at least I've got the stack. I know I can keep it balanced, so I don't like know how many stacks I need to make for each. Why did it? Why was that one separate? I'm confusion. It's same tier. I do not know why that last one was separate. It didn't let me put 3. I put max and it only took 2 out. That was weird. Right, so we're just going to do all our duos today. Should I just do the rest of my prize? I'm just going to clear out... Yeah, I'm going to clear out all my prize and then go from there. I know it takes a little bit longer, but I just want to clear everything out. I'm sick of having these random little extras. 3. And then it was 11. I'm not going to have enough basilisk belts though. Then 1. So realist. Oh, I'm not going to have enough basilisks, am I? I just needed to go on here and see that they were fucking min listed. I have 2, please. I have 2. Yes, I know you were quite resistant to start looking at balancing at first. Yeah, as I said, it's because my view of it originally was it'll like basically the only thing that balancing was really helpful for, in my opinion, which I guess at the time I mean, I'm not wrong, just at the time it is a case of it just didn't matter to me, I guess. Now it matters to me more. I just figured I would just make stacks when I need to, but this way does make much more sense. Like, I know I'm making enough stacks to take it from base. My voice just went there. From base up to pen. Pen, that would be nice. I mean, yes, you can balance it up to pen, but up to 10 is what I meant. So it's the more serious you get about enhancing for profit. I've not run out of stacks, have I? I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Yeah, so basically it is just... The more serious you get, the more important balancing is. Eesh, that was awful. Manage. Okay, so we're now on duos. So 8, 14, 17. And then 5. And then, yeah, there's just too many of each. I'll take 4 out of this one. So 8, 14, 16. Did I really take out? Hang on. I really should have counted that. It's definitely 20 there. What? So 8, 16, 17. There's definitely 20 recounts 70. This is where I'm wrong. It is where I'm wrong. Sure, that is 17. So why goes one row? Have I forgot how maths works? That's 8. That's 16. That's 17. 16, 17. So I must have took out a couple too many. Oh well. I think I took out 21. I didn't... Yeah, I did take out 21, didn't I? There we go. And then 5 and 4. I know how maths works. So does the game. Let's not put way too high a stacks in. Okay. Yeah, we're at 40.5. Yes. I like hitting my average of 3 out of 8. Now I should be going for 4 out of 9, but 3 out of 8. That's what I like to go for. Oops, let's not accidentally go for a 10. I mean, I'll take extra successes. Extra successes are always nice. Oh my god, yes. I guess my bad luck on duos is being reverted with my tries, which is not good. It's not a good omen for the future. I want the bad luck up until tets. I mean, I don't want bad luck at all, to be fair, but still. Can we please succeed on one? Okay. And I know I said about my bad luck, but I was taking the mick a little. Oh, having good luck again is what I said, even. I'd just be happy just to have averages all the time. The game wouldn't be happy for me to have averages. That's streamer RNG right there. That is literally the epitome of streamer RNG. I mean, I can't even say anything about that. Like, yes, my ogres were below average, but basically everything else above. What else have we got? So we've got 23 more of these, and 26 of these, and 6 of these. So let's have a look. Can we get 23? 20. I don't even know how many I said now. 8, 16, 24, 26. Starting to feel like my head's sleep deprived. Yeah, my head's sleep deprived. Not the rest of me, just my head. Yeah, I had too much good luck on the first bunch. Still pulled the average that I'm aiming for. But if I remember correctly, the average that I'm actually aiming for, that I worked out in my head, was 3 per 8, but 4 per 8 on the third row or fourth row. I can't remember exactly. But this is just going up to 53. God damn. Okay, if this was 53, I would have stopped there, but I got it. I got it just before. That's basically how high I'll take this stack. Comfortably, a 53 stack, because then I can use it for other purposes. I did not expect that to succeed. Succeed. Fine then, just fail. See, just tell it to fail and it'll do the opposite. We will fail this one, and then we'll succeed this one, and then we fail this one. If that had actually succeeded, that would have been brilliant. Because then I could have just said it's opposite day, but it didn't go, so... Still, this group did what I aimed for averages. Nice, okay. That actually neatly tidied that one away. So we will tidy these up, and then we're after Tets. Right, so we'll do the neat parts first, because they're easy to keep track of. 8, 5, 3, 8, 4, 4, 7, 5. Oh no, we don't have enough Tungrids. Purchase. Ogres have come through. Oh no. I thought they'd come through. I had to scroll up. Realist. Right, Tungrids have not come through. But the prices have probably changed. I'll just buy another 5. Oh, why? Why would people also buy at the same time as me? I just needed to buy a couple, just so that I could do my taps. Someone else is buy. Right, I got 2 of them. I'll take it. Because I only needed 8, right? Yeah. 8. 5, 3, 12, 4, 7, and 5. So we have 16, 32, 44. So if we open the calculator and see how many we're expecting. Am I on the right? Oh yeah, I'm just not in the right screen. That's fine. So obviously it's 44 times 0.3. So we're expecting 13.2. So ideally I want 13 because I've got 13 fail stacks, and then have one, I say one, yeah, technically one try left over. So let's go. Let's see if we can hit average. Enhance. We're just going to start from the top this time. We're not going to do any of this skipping around stuff. We're not going to skip the animation unless someone pays to skip animation. Right, so we are now, I say pays, use channel points. I mean, that is the best start I can ask for. Legit, I cannot ask for anything more than that. So, I mean, we made one. If I don't make any more this stream, at least I'm not bankrupt. That's my logic. That being said, doesn't mean it's not frustrating to fail more than 3 in a row. Are we going to go for another 10 failure in a row? I feel like that happens to me way too often. Okay, thank you. Let's go for a third tongue grad. Can we get 3 tongue grads? Right, last chance at 3 tongue grads. Can we get 3 tongue grads? No. Right, so I'm voting that we get 5 out of 5 on ogres. No. It'd be amazing if I could get 5 in a row. I've not had 3 in a row ever. I've had 2 in a row. Succeed. It says failure. It's 4 fails in a row again. Ugh. 5 fails in a row. Let's do a spin for luck. I don't know, I'm being weird. Ugh, failures. Ogre, please. The main reason for that was just to get me to move. Okay. I got 1. That was a 1 out of 7. Not going to get any back-to-backs today, am I? I'm also not going to get any Laytons. Come on. At least once we've done all these, we'll get a good... We'll definitely get the other half hour done out of the way on that merchant ring grind. Please, Black Spirit. Don't do this to me. Stop it. Let me succeed. Can I please? I got a cat hair in my mouth. I don't know where it came from. There we go. It succeeded. So I don't know where it came from. It came from the cat. But the cat's not been here since the start of the stream. Now these ones feel bad for succeeding, not going to lie. They're only worth 3.6 billion, but profit-wise, they're still really good. I can't show you the profit-wise because Warflash's spreadsheet is broken. API, sorry. So the spreadsheet's currently not showing Basilisk prices. Yes. We take those. We take it when we don't have to do 3 fails at least before the next one. Yes, we take back-to-backs as well. Starting to feel like it's being a bit nicer to me. Oof. I said I hadn't had 3 in a row yet since I started enhancing. And then there we go. 3 in a row. And it's actually keeping me up to the average now, pretty much. I know it's not exactly 1 out of 3, because it's obviously 0.3, not 0.33, but still. Oh, if that was a success, I would have loved that, but it's not. But it brought us back on track, so I can't complain at all. Oof. Do you book applied Valks? Oh, do you mean this book? Do the Valks go with it? I don't know. I've never put one that has Valks crying into a book. I wouldn't think. I wouldn't do it though anyway because that increases your stack. Oh, oh. I don't know. I don't know if it breaks them apart. That would be weird. It would be a bit of an exploit though. I think the Valk's Cry would go with it, but you'd be using a higher cost book because it would be above the stack. But oh, yeah, that's the thing. Like the Valks stay, so you literally pull the Valks off the stack then. Oh, but then you can't put the Valks back anywhere. No, I'm gonna trust Toto, and they say the Valks stay, but then you'd literally be wasting your Valks because you wouldn't be able to put the 99 stack back on with the Valks there. So I don't want to waste that because I'm pretty sure it's the oh, actually, if your enhancement chance is 0. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not worth it. I don't want to break my stack in case it doesn't let me reapply it. Come on, success. That's all I need. I mean, it's all everyone needs, right? Just success. You can reapply. Okay, I just didn't want to waste the 110 stack, was all. There's a bit of a high... And I don't have any spare Valks at the moment. I've used all mine up. Okay. We take these. We take these. I was just trying to think, is there a way to like make that work in your favor? But I don't know. That lagged. Right, let's have a look. We've got 6. Oh, yes. 3 out of 4 on those. So what I've got 4 stacks left to use. 1, 2, 3. So on average, we'll use all our stacks. No, there's no way of actually exploiting it. It's just useful information. Yeah. It's not worth it. Are we going to make average today? Average today would be amazing. Oh, yes. And we're going to be a higher chance of being above average. Oh, I say above average, on average, sorry. Because the last couple of stacks are a little higher. I do need to make my stacks a little bit different because I've got the origins to use up this time. Oh, yes. We take these. This is looking promising. Come on, one more Cadres. We can do this. One more Cadres. Come on. This one is going to be a success. Fine. Fine game. Take your Cadres, Black Spirit. Eat them all up. Thank you. Last one. See, this is one thing that is debatably worth it. Not worth it. I should not have saved the Centaurs till last on the 114 stack. It's the highest stack I have for the cheapest item. But hey, this is how I decided to do it, so what can I do? But if I fail all the way, then I'm actually at the stack that I kind of want for going up to Tet Black Star. But hey, I will take it, right? So that is a nice 14. 14? Shit. I thought I only had 13 stacks, but I guess I had 14. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 out of 42, which means I'm up by one, but also have two tries left. So that is actually hugely up. So let's say this one's 2 billion, because we'll just do minuses. So that's like the extra made profit by itself, full stop. The rest, market's not good right now, so let's say I make 800 million profit per one. So what? 12 billion profit in an hour because I did a half an hour grind beforehand. How can people say it doesn't compare? I mean, yeah, I did spend like half a day getting those 110 stacks, but it's not active. It's doing it in the background, clicking. Now I've just got to wait for all these to sell. But bloody hell, I'm impressed with actually making it above average for once. Feels like it's been a while. Right, now I'm going to put these as proper buy orders rather than ridiculous buy orders. There's no point in me looking. I was just thinking could potentially check to see if I have. I don't have 70 left of anything anyway. Almost enough latents to do another lot, but I don't have the. Oh, this one's above an extra 100 million. I'll take it. Ogres are above. Everything's going back up again. That's actually great to hear. Makes more profit. This one, however, is down. Oh well. But we take what we can get. Cadres is down. I'm not surprised. I'll just register it here and wait for it to sell. Basilisk is up. It's only 30 million, but we take up. Up is good. And then Tet's way up. Like being told what to do. I know he doesn't like being told what to do all the time. He always does the opposite of what I ask, I swear. And it's brilliant for me at times because I can twist it to my will. I can abuse him doing the opposite. Right, so we got 14. So that's 62, and we used 42, so we're at 550. I've done 550 clicks now. That is amazing. Technically was one. Oops. And in fact, I'll do it like this. I was one above average. I could go for one pen, but it's not worth the stack, actually. I'm going to save it for when I'm doing my own pen accessories. I've got 16 failures out of the way, so when I go to doing my own, I'm more likely to succeed now, the way I see it. So we do have one more thing to tap, though, before we go back into the grind. We're almost up at the 300 stack. Once this hits a 300 stack, I'm going to save it, and I'm going to have to get a new 240 stack. So, 5.66% chance. There is no way this one is going. I'm even going to hide my screen, but you'll know when it succeeds because you'll hear the noise. But I'll bring it back down, don't worry. I'm just going to go 3, 2, 1, boom, explosion, it's down again. That was so, like, slow. I don't even have a 120 stack right now. So I can't even get it back up to try again. But there is another... It's 0 out of 8. Yeah, the Black Spirit really does like doing the opposite of what he's told. But we're at 279 now. I could probably... Hang on. At what point are these no longer allowed to be put on Devour? I'm putting that one up to 300 for saving it for my Debo. At what point can't these be used? I know 280 is nice, but I want it to be at 300. Right, it's not saying... I'm sure, I think it's 290. Yeah, 299. But isn't it 297 when it becomes no longer 100% for these? Or is it 290 the way it becomes no longer? Because it's the dim version. So yeah, I get +1 at 100% chance for now. The thing is, right, if I didn't need the pen Black Star, I would stop at 280. It is weirdly zoomed. It's deliberate. Whilst I'm basically doing my enhancing, I zoom in so that you guys can see the enhancing a bit better. That's the idea. If it's a bit too zoomed, I can zoom out a little bit. It's just for people using phones and things, it makes it a bit easier for them to see what's happening. I know you obviously have the big visual effects when it succeeds and it disappears when it goes, but you can see what items I can use is the whole idea. Because that's the thing, it's basically just for the people with smaller screens. It's just more accessibility. So right, that's something that I'll have to get ready for next stream again, and then we will go grind. I do just need to quickly do edit UI, save. Right, then I can go grind. People who've been paying attention know what server I'm on anyway, and usually people don't grief me, but still, just in case. Because usually doesn't mean that they won't. I will hide the text as well. I don't really need that up. I mean, I can keep it up. It's not in the way of anything. Not now that I've moved it. It's actually in a better place. So we'll just go back to the Merchant Ring grind for the rest of the stream. No one else here? Good. I already had my pets out, didn't I? I forgot to put them back in. Does the game have stream mode? I don't think so. How do you mean it might be worth... Why no Archer? Because I will get obliterated on Archer, because I bet there'll be people here, and I don't want to faff on with like losing buffs and losing time. Plus, the Archer doesn't seem that worth it for me right now when I'm currently at 290%. I can technically get that up to 300 if I wanted to, but the extra cost for the extra 10%. Yeah. Like, if I just had the Camisille buff, I'd be at 300. I mean, next week I'll be at 300 because the drop rate's going up to 80 anyway. Oh, it doesn't count into the 300, it's extra. I didn't even realise it didn't count into the 300. But also, yeah, 100% guaranteed it'll be contested if I go to Arsha. I am Confucian. You can check what? P, bottom right. Rankings. Learn more. No? Rankings? That's the only thing I see. I am Confucian. Oh. I need to remove all this. Oh, combat stats. Okay. Hang on. Oh. I pressed more info and it went over to life skill by itself. It wasn't... I didn't realise that button just goes to life skill. Right. I'll kill this lot and do it again. P, combat. Oh, right. Item drop rate's 310.5. I didn't realise it's a case of... it actually has a separate one. So I'm actually over 300 right now. So Arsha would make it even higher than that. I didn't even realise that you could go over 300. Obviously Arsha would... That's the thing, it's 6 and 2 3s. Fair enough. Like, yes, Arsha would, like, make it better. I'd get even more loot drop. But the time wasted fighting other players just means it's not worth it. I'm not even paying attention to where I kill the correct enemies. Why do people are still putting Black Desert 8th anniversary as if they think it does something? They did bring that out way too early. Like, they shouldn't have said to people to use that code, like, before it was actually allowed to be used in chat. I bet if I change over to Arsha, there will be players here. I mean, whenever I come back over here on, like, normal servers, non-Arsha, I always see boats outside. Like, multiple boats, so I know the area's being used. I mean, I could go over to Arsha, but then if there is someone here on Arsha, then I've got to wait like 5 minutes to leave the Arsha server again. So it's not worth it, in my opinion, if I'm going to lose out on 5 minutes of grinding. That's being said, obviously, if there is someone, if I can beat... I mean, this is literally both, this one. So I'm here for the merchant ring, but on average I make 1 billion per hour, so... I mean, it may be a case of it'll be fine, but do I risk it for the extra? That's the thing, it's risk versus reward. I could go over onto Arsha and there'd be no one. But if someone does appear here, right, they're more likely to be a dick on Arsha. Whereas if they appear normally here, the worst that they can do is grind over me. And with the fact that I kill things fairly fast, I won't have an issue with people trying to grind over me. Yes, they have fast movements, they could get to the next group before me, don't get me wrong. But... oh shit, really? That's actually amazing, right? So that is technically, because that's my 3rd Ocean Haze ring in the hour grind, because in the first half an hour of the stream, I got 2 Ocean Rings. I mean, I suppose we are on EU. EU's generally much more chill than NA. watch a lot of NA streamers, and they're not very savoury players, I'm not going to lie. This season and got like 200 million an hour, which back then felt like a lot. Now it seems bad. I mean, that's the thing. Like when I used to play, because I played before the account server merge or account transfer. No, it's not the cheer we wanted. It definitely isn't. But I'll take it. It's like 160 million profit. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I remember when 100 million an hour was an amazing amount to get. Like, it was honestly like you were top tier grinder getting 100 million an hour. NA is doing well for that. Then we're at 190 right now on the Ocean Haze Ring base. But yeah, this place obviously is for Merchant Ring, but with my, I've forgotten what it's called now, Agris Fever, I solid make 1 billion per hour guaranteed. Without it, it's usually more like 5 to 700 million, but then sometimes it pulls it really high up with like the random drops. I wonder if they'll address inflation in the future or just embrace it in the coming years. I mean, I said that they were going to have to not embrace it. I said they'll have to address it, in my opinion. But then people pointed out to me, like, because it's a Korean company, like, the silver value is almost like their actual currency. Like, 1 billion won, Korean won, is like not as anywhere near as much as it like UK currency. Like I think it's like 10,000 for 1 billion or something like that. I could be wrong off the top, but that's like off my top of my head. So like to them, the numbers don't seem that silly yet, so they're probably just going to embrace it. If it gets to the point where the numbers just do seem silly, then they'll probably do something about it. But for now, it just kind of is relative to their currency. Well, that's the thing, yeah, they don't have pennies, but they're also, like, ridiculously high, even for, like, not having pennies. I like this grind spot for this event, but when the event ends, I have to run around again, which sucks. I like it, like, grind spots where you can just stand still and the enemies come to you. Because it gives me time to look at chat. That's literally the main reason I like it. With this character, I can just read chat. But then, once I finally get the ring, I will be going back onto my... I say the ring. Once I get this ring piece, I'll be going back onto my archer, and then I won't be able to, like, be distracted as much. Right, I'm gonna risk it for the last 20 minutes. Oh, yeah, no, that'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen, right? The only problem is, right, if I go to Archer and this spot's taken, I don't want to be a dick. I mean, yeah, I could go to the other spots, but what if they're all taken? That's one thing I don't want to end up finding, that all the spots are taken in Archer. At least I have a spot right now for me. 100 yen is like 53 pence. One is way more distorted though. It's like at £1 is 16. They're 1,601. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It is a massive, like, because it is Korea, so it's the Korean won rather than yen. Because yen is Japanese, isn't it? So for them, like, the inflation in this game, which seems insane to us, to them it's like it's basically just catching up with their real currency, so it doesn't seem so bad. Maybe in another like 8 years, when it's like 1 billion is nothing and you need to get like 20 billion to be like per hour, they might address it then. So maybe in another 8 Archer and PvE. I mean, I understand your point of view, right? But I like that whole playstyle of kiting. What is going on with my voice today? Of like kiting the enemies. I just really enjoy it. If I can avoid getting hit by the enemies, I feel like I'm doing a good job. I was wondering, considering your enhancement video and spreadsheet creation, do you have maths or stats background? I am actually a technical games developer. That is my background. But I say that, right? I have a technical games development degree. I currently do not have a job in industry. I am doing my own thing in the background, like my own company stuff, but basically I am actually in games industry. But I also did A-level, what was it, advanced mathematics. So technical games development basically is a case of it's half programming and half design. So I only know C++ though, unfortunately. I need to learn other programming languages. And then obviously the whole design side of like mechanic design and general game design, level design and stuff like that. Further maths, yeah, that's the one. That was a while ago when it was in A-level, so you see. I'm not even going to hint at how long ago I did my A-levels, because that would hint at how old I am, so... I don't even know if they're called A-levels anymore. C++ is fun, I used it in my job, seems to grate some people the wrong way though. I don't understand, like, I do understand what you're saying, like, some people really don't like C++, but it's honestly such a friendly programming language, in my opinion, compared to other languages. I really need to repair my gear, I do realise. I'm not just ignoring it for, like, not realising. I can see the whole horrendousness. I mean, it's still orange at least, nothing's broken yet. So when things break is when I need to worry. Hang on, what was that? I could interact with that rock, I'm pretty sure. My partner does some programming and trying to introduce them to C++. Made me realise how confusing it can be because I'm sat there. Oh, it's mining. Okay. Because I'm trying to explain why a smart pointer would be better than raw pointers, but it's too much to learn at once. Yeah, no, that's fair. Like, yeah, when you get into stuff like that, it is a case of it does get much more complex. But I think it is a very nice language to learn, regardless. I can't use Villa Scrolls, can I? Because I don't have the old book. I was thinking I don't have that running. I just need to repair. That's the only reason I stopped here. I mean, yes, you need a good teacher, but also... I found the best way to learn C++ is only to learn the bits that you need for what you're doing. So, like, I wouldn't say that I know all of C++ yet. But basically, just set a project and then be like, okay, well, to do this, I'll need to know how to... For example, I'll need to know how to do pointers. And then you learn everything there is to learn about pointers specifically. And then that's all you learn for that project. But then you finish that project, and then you go on to doing another project, and you're like, okay, well, I want to learn... I know you should already know about if statements, but this is just an example. I want to learn about how to do things where it's like if statements and that. So how do you do them in C++? Because that's something that people don't seem to understand. Like, even something as simple as an if statement works completely different in different programming languages. I say completely, it's just like the syntax is different typically. Sometimes the words as well, actually, to be fair. Although, I love how there's so many people that joke about the best programming language is binary. Technically, it is the best for the computer. For the person that's programming it, not so much. Trying to learn through doing a project is so... Yeah. That's the thing. I think programming in general, it is much more better learning through doing rather than being taught it. Like, I mean, when I first tried to get into C++, like, I got a book, basically self-teaching myself. I mean, I understand how to work with binary, but the only reason nowadays to code in binary is it's more efficient for the computer. A file in binary is so much smaller, because obviously there's less data for it to convert into binary because it's already in binary. But it's just not worth it. The amount of time and effort it takes, it's so much harder to bug fix. You're honestly just better off choosing Python, C++, C#, maybe. Lua's a nice one, actually, to be fair. But that's the thing, it's honestly just best to... But yeah, as I was saying, sorry. Like, I got a book, and I was just following the book, and then by the time I got to the end of the book, I kind of forgot what was at the first part of the book, so you're just better off making a project, or setting a project that you want to make, and just learning what you need for that project. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It's really not at all. Developer time is so valuable. Like, the easier language is often the best business choice. Yeah, it really is, unless you're doing something like HFT or... Yeah, I mean, to be fair, nowadays, you're not even worth programming in binary, even for performance-based, because one, computers have come such a long way that, like, it doesn't really matter so much. Back on older PCs, it was obviously really important to be performance, like, amazing. But what I was going to say is now, I know it's not accurate, you'll still get bugs, but you can... I mean, people probably make better converters, but I was going to say, you could probably get AI to... Basically, if you program your code... Yeah, write your code that way around. You could get AI to convert it to binary for you. If not, I'm sure there are programs out there that can convert it into binary for you if you really need it to be in binary for performance. This has totally got off the topic of enhancing for profit / grinding on merchant, but hey, it's a good topic to go over, to be fair, in my opinion. I think everyone should understand a little bit of programming. Everyone that uses computers, anyway. I think it is definitely a useful skill. That's alright. I mean, it's good to have discussions like this anyway. It's good for me to keep, chatting anyway. I really, feel bad when I go silent. So just having, even if it's a random thing to talk about, it's always good. I really haven't had any drops this whole time. I mean, I had that ocean ring, 10 minutes ago? I keep calling them ocean rings rather than ocean haze rings. I don't know why I keep cutting off, one of the words. Yeah, so, although speaking of programming reminds me, I'll just bring it up again for people that don't know at the moment. My spreadsheet is a little bit broken, but it's not on my end. It is Warflash's API. I've got two choices. One, wait for him to fix the API, which I don't know how long that's going to take. Or two, learn how to make my own version of his API, so I would be able to fix it when errors like this occur. So at the moment, I'm inclined to wait for him to fix it this time, but I will slowly learn in the background in my free time how to do the API and how to fix it myself, so I can have my own version. Because the thing is, right, I know he does the videolytics. Evil 9 is one. PoE, I think, does it. Path of Exile, sorry, does have its own API. I really feel like Black Desert should as well. It would be really nice. I mean, most games should do it, in my opinion, and it makes things so much easier. It just makes more sense to be open. Like, why not? You've technically got the API there for yourself anyway, so why not just make it public? But yeah, so as I was saying, Warflash does Videolytics, and Videolytics prices are working. So by all means, the 4 rings in an hour. Jesus Christ. That is amazing, like, profit this time. God, I miss EVE Online, not gonna lie. But I don't know, it's one of those games that I feel doesn't make sense. So I enjoyed it so much in early game and mid game, but then I got to end game and I felt weaker in a super carrier than I did in like the Venture. I think it's called the Venture, the like T1 mining ship. Like, don't get me wrong, I was obviously more powerful, but to other players I felt weaker. I mean, I used to really get into it because I mean, my favourite activity in that game was AFK mining. I used to do AFK ice mining because it was hell of profit, and the ice mining fields were infinite, so you could literally just do it in the background whilst you're doing other things. It's the sort of content I enjoyed back then, mainly because it meant I could focus on my like university work and things like that. And then when I was playing properly, I would do, I can't even remember what it's called. Basically, it was like the pirate rat events with like groups. I mean, the thing is, yes, you'd have people that would come along and try and gank you, but if you had the correct setup, because it was a thing that was in high sec, they literally did not have a chance to destroy you. So it was a great way of like basically saving up money ready for the end game. But then I got to the end game, or what I consider the end game. Like, I was in a super carrier, which is like one step from the Titan, except from like it has different ways that it works basically, because it's more like you have these amazing drones that do lots of damage. But then basically one person comes into your system with a ship that you can get on a day 1 account with a jammer, or I think it was a jammer, which again you can get on like, I think it was like a day 3 account, you can get that. And then you can't teleport out, they light a cyno, and then a whole fleet jumps in on you before you can destroy their ship as well. So you get destroyed by someone who could have had like basically a 3-day-old account can destroy someone in a end game ship. I was just like, well, where's the fun in that? There's definitely no balance in that. I mean, one of the biggest issues that there was with that is obviously like, because the bigger ships in the game, don't get me wrong, I understand why the bigger ships in the game weren't allowed in high sec, but it meant you were vulnerable to being ganked by people so easily, because I think it was only null sec actually you could have the bigger ships. I mean, yeah, I get the want new players to feel valuable, to like powerful, but the fact that they could destroy one of the most expensive ships in the game. I mean, I know it technically wasn't them, it was the whole fleet that they were calling in, like the guildmates and that, but it honestly, it was just felt so unbalanced. It was quite unfair, to be honest. Oh yes, just in the last 4 minutes as well. This is where I've not got any... Oh no, I have one. I like the fact that I hardly get hurt now from this. I used to almost die. But I'm not sure whether to go for Darn's gloves or Ator's shoes next. I don't think it really matters which one I go for as long as I get one of them. But yeah, it honestly was a great game, but I think they made a massive mistake with making it so that people could play free to play, and other people had to pay to play. Like, the fact that you could have accounts that play for free but are capped halfway, when I say halfway through, it's like a quarter of the way through progress. I mean, I did do a whole series on like the fact that you could actually earn the item you need to play it for free, but the amount of time that you have to put into it. I prefer a game like BDO. Buy it, you can play it forever. You have access to everything, and you don't have to keep paying subscription. But I do wonder how it plays out there with, say, a fresh season grad versus some near hard cap. I mean, that's the thing. PvP in this game is very unbalanced if it's not capped. Capped PvP is more skill-based. I'm not really that interested in the PvP scene in this game, but I think when I get my higher gear score, I definitely will look into start doing more PvP content. And I'll be happy to do like tournaments as well, for being able to give away stuff to my viewer base, because obviously the more viewers I get, with being a content creator for Black Desert, I will actually be able to hold contests and things, and they will give out like potentially rewards. So like, for example, value packs. I'm not going to say what sort of value packs, but it's an example. Basically, they can give out rewards for like the top 3 players in the tournament or whatever. I mean, it depends on what sort of content I do for it. I mean, I was thinking of doing like a whole hide and seek event, but I need to get bigger so that there's more people participate before I can actually offer rewards for it. Half the month to earn premium currency to get a month for free is just not worth it usually. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly the thing as well. Like, yes, especially with EVE, like, that's the thing. Whilst I was like, before I got into work, it was very viable being able to spend like 8 hours, wrong chair game, 8 hours a day playing to try and get the like premium currency. But nowadays, like, I'm lucky to get 3 hours a day playing, honestly. I mean, I do 2 hours streaming 2 days a week. Other than that, I basically play in the background sometimes. So it is not very viable for people who don't have that much time. Yeah, so basically they have a partner program, so I get certain benefits every month as long as I hit certain quotas of viewership. I say benefits, I basically get VIP for free. So I don't have to pay for my VIP in this game. I get it for free as long as I hit quotas. But I also, if I hold contests, can give you guys basically freebies, potentially, if they accept my idea for a... Because that's the thing, I can do competitions and things, but they have to accept the idea before they will fund basically you guys getting rewards. One thing that I was thinking of like doing is next time they do a giveaway, like a thing where you can gift people things in game, because I did it like over New Year, but I didn't have the money to be able to do it. I was going to do like a competition thing where I would just basically give the winner the item. But one thing that I wanted to do as well with the whole hide and seek thing is try and get someone on the NA server as well, so it could be EU and NA rather than just EU. Just try and be a bit more inclusive. But I did reach out to other content creators, but never got any word back. But I thought I'll just wait and try again when I'm a bit bigger, and then hopefully. But I'm definitely going to look at doing more content like that. I definitely want to try and basically do more to involve my community and help people out, to be honest. I find working from home good for this game, at least. I mean, yeah, games like this, working from home, means you can have it, like, do bartering in the background, for example. I haven't done bartering in a while, but... or just your fishing is in the background, and you can check on it, or... Well, you can basically do background activities We'll put it that way. My hour just finished, and I just activated all my buffs. So I will kill this. I'll finish this rotation, and then we'll go from there. I always finish my rotation. Basically, it's the end of the stream. I didn't even realise that I'd burnt through that last bit. I forgot that I was that close to the end of the hour. I mean, I will be basically... I'm starting a new job next month, and I'll be working from home after the first, like... I say I'll be working hybrid after, like, the first 2 months, which will be nice. Do you dabble in life skills as well, or mostly grinding, enhancing? I used to dabble in life skills. I used to dabble. I used to do a lot of life skilling, but then when they went to increase the price of cronstones, I basically did a stupid. I sold all my life skilling gear, and yeah, I got 4 this hour, 7 of these. Yeah, I sold all my life skilling gear and bought crons to make my first pen black star. I honestly hoped I'd get enough crons to make a tet 2 pens, but I didn't, unfortunately. I have been trying to get my life skiller back to having like better gear for like the accessories, but I've not had the luck. So I'll just quickly go on to my main life skilling account. I have all 3 of the T10 horses because I've done a lot of horse content. Training, that's the one. I used to do a lot of trading, but they changed it into a shitty system, and then they removed the shitty system. But I'm actually annoyed about that, right? So the issue I have with the whole trading system being removed is the merchant ring. I preferred to do the trading to try and get my merchant ring. Then they removed it. So now I have to grind. It's the only reason that I grind. I don't actually grind for silver generally, though. I prefer to just grind for treasures. But yeah, so I think just looking at this character, it's safe to say I do dabble in life skilling. So obviously my gathering's master 11. I think this is my highest gathering character, unfortunately. I do need to do more gathering. Guru 15 my cooking. Wasn't the chance of getting it via trading crazy low, even compared to grinding? Yeah, but I found it more fun. I could do it in the background as well. Yeah, I used to do a lot of cooking. It's just not worth it now. But unfortunately, I sold my Manos Cook clothes, so I still need to make them back up. I sold all my accessories, so I mean I still don't have this one up to pry. I need to get a necklace. Next week I should get another necklace. My main... This was my training character. I was going for Guru training, but then I got my 3rd T10 horse, so I felt like it's not really any point. Then my fishing's Guru 50 on my fishing character. And I've actually almost got a second character to Guru 50 fishing. So I've done a lot of life skill. In fact, I used to do mainly life skill. And then I've also got my bartering character. So this is also my trading master 16 and training master 4. Then I'm trying to think of anything other than that. I think that's literally it for my life skilling ones. Oh, then I also have my bartering character. Yeah, I forgot about that one. What is your stance on enhancing buying Manos gear? I've been trying to make Tet Manos gathering outfit, and it's not going well. I mean, outfits, you can now use fail stacks. I can't remember when they made that changed. I mean, yeah, the unified life skill is going to be a massive thing for me, because before I started doing enhancing, this character that I'm logging into just used to do farming, but then I decided it's in Velia, so I'll do enhancing on it. But it'll be nice to be able to use other characters on my farm. So this one is Fishing Guru 12 already, and I've got a Guru 50 Fisher as well, and Master 13 farming. So when the merge it all, it's going to be great for me. But yeah, so that's you can. I thought only Manos tools could be used fail stack. I'm pretty sure it's the accessories don't. It might only be tools actually. I'm sure. I could be wrong actually. Yeah, the outfits might not. I felt like they changed it so that outfit's good, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong on that. I don't think I've got an outfit on me to check. I do not. But still, I think buying Tet's fine for going for the outfit. Pen, I like to make pens myself. That's just because I like having my name on them. That being said, you can't see it. I made a mistake with my. I made this before I changed my character's name, like my family name, so it's no longer got my family name on it. But these I don't think have family names on them, unfortunately, once you've made them to thingy. But that's fine. I mean, I just like having my name on it. For me, it's worth having my name on it. Yes, it's stressful to make, but I prefer my name. Anyway, so I don't know why I'm stood over here. I fish over here because you get the exact same rewards. This is still Velia Beach look. You don't have to run as far as well. Just a small tip. Um, so yeah, that's everything for today. I'm gonna wrap up. That being said, got 7 minutes until Garmoth. I'll be doing Garmoth, but I'm gonna wrap up the stream here, and I will see you guys. I'll be streaming again on Thursday. Um, so hopefully we'll have enough things sold. In fact, I'm pretty sure whilst I was doing that, yeah, I had a tongue red necklace come through, so I can list a new one. So we've already back up to 7 billion. So hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you on Thursday if you're in the stream. If not, enjoy the rest of the week after that, and I'll see you next Monday. If not, I'll see you when I see you. Ciao for now. Thank you for watching.